let's drop by Nick's and see what's going on this weekend. The place is absolutely full of engines in various stages of being rebuilt. Manny's just having a quick snack before getting back to work on Nick's brother's quarter-mile Camaro.
I got a brand new transmission. We need oil to get it running. That's the way to go.
Some people in the shop call Manny the mad scientist. He has a way of figuring out problems that other people get a headache just thinking about. Joe's satellite convertible project is coming together. And with that Hemi tucked under the hood, it's going to be surprising a few people on the streets this summer. And right next to the satellite, this fantastic Coronet. Nick's been getting lots done on this build as well. And looking a little out of place among the American muscle is this little gray Volvo 164. We were so surprised to hear from all you guys watching and offering help from Sweden. Thanks so much, and we promise to keep you up to date on this build too. The biggest part missing from the car was its gas tank, and it's now back in place. Nick has got new brakes on all four corners, a new fuel pump, and a greater understanding of Swedish cars than he ever imagined. It's never too late to learn something new.
Ça va très bien.
Deux chocolats.
Oui, il faut que j'en rajoute.
Oui, deux fois. Combien?
5 bien.
5 pièces. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, jeune homme.
Here we go, chocolate drink. It's a canteen at Nick's Garage.
Les meilleurs mécaniciens au monde.
And let's go back to the diner, get some things running.
There's a whole lot of Pontiac V8 sitting on Nick's dyno waiting to be tested. But the way things are going this morning, he just can't find the time.
We have another engine coming in at the shop, one of my regular customers, and he's got a small block Chevy. But they're running out of space, but we got a few going out the door, so that's good. That's going good. You want a clean, ugly engine after it's done. This is the first, Tony. No bells, no whistles. Okay. Go all the way up there, Oliver.
Tony and his sons have brought this small block Chevy to Nick for a rebuild. Then they're going to take it back and put it into their 1983 Hearst Oldsmobile. That ought to be something to see. Now, let's get back to the dyno.
Here we are, finally finished off the Pontiac 455 assembly for my customer Frank. He wanted to run a dual quad elder block setup on this motor. So we finished building it with a set of aluminum heads. It's a 455 cubic inch 30 over with an hydraulic camshaft. And we pulled out some numbers yesterday, just made a few fast tests. We had a 499 horsepower at 4,800 RPMs and at 3,800 RPMs, we pulled out a 585 torque. So that was with the 1.5 rockers. So we're gonna do some more testing the way it is right now. And then after that, we're gonna switch over to our 1.6 rockers. We'll make a back-to-back test and see if we have any difference and the results. My prediction is I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. We're running a simple hydraulic cam here because my customer also wants the no adjustments on rockers, and also, you know, it's enough vacuum for its power brake booster. We designed it for him to drive it on a Pamgaea with enough vacuum for the power brakes. And of course, we have high compression on this. We have like an 11.9 compression ratio with a cylinder pressure of about 205. So we're gonna make a run here on Pamgaea of 94 octane and then see how it goes. We have Dyno here, the son of the owner of the 455 Pontiac, so he's here to enjoy watching what we're going to do here with his father's 455 Pontiac engine. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Dyno, you ready?
Yeah.
Engine. Yeah, it sounds good.
Sounds good. Nice rumble.
Okay. Here we go. Ratio full throttle. Saw it.
The first pull yields a little under the 500 horsepower that they've set for their goal, but the curve on the torque is very impressive.
Well, we just had an initial warm-up. Let's try it again, back to back, to see what we have. And then from there, we'll make some changes. Here we go. Making 3 pulls with the same engine with no adjustments at all. Average out the horsepower, and then after that we're going to switch over to the next rockers, and then we'll take that another 3 tests and combine the 2 different, see where we get. And here we go, test number 3 on the same setup. So there we have it. We made 3 tests back to back with the same setup. We pulled out an average of 494 horsepower and 580 torque. We're gonna remove the 1.5 rockers. We're gonna try a set of 1.6. We're gonna increase the lift on the cam just to see if we have any difference on our horsepower and torque range. So we're gonna take them off. We'll make another 3 pulls with the 1.6 rocker and see what difference we're gonna have. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see what we do.
As the wrenches start spinning in the dyno cell, Nick invites Frank, the Pontiac's owner, to pitch in and lend a hand.
I'm lucky, working my own motor.
Pull the other one. Put the 2 washers back in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get oil. We're gonna lubricate it before we get the engine running. Okay, just put the nuts on loose and I'll do all the adjustments, okay? We're aiming for over 500 on this one. We're stuck at 485, 490, 494. Yesterday we made 1 shot of 499, but we still didn't hit that 500 mark. But our goal is to hit over 500. Am I correct?
That's right.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I know you're gonna do it.
We're gonna try these rockers and take it from there.
We know he's gonna do it.
Let's hope so. We gotta make sure that the valve is closed before we do any adjustments. Watch this. This is the way I do it. There, that valve is closed. Take it, let's get a 0 lash on it. There, that's a 0 lash. Then I make a half a turn. And that's it. Then, we go to the next one. Here we go. See that? That's bottom, which is valve closed. There's our slack. There you go. 0 lash. Half a turn. Done. Next one. Doesn't take long. Some other guys do it a different way, but this is the way I do it. Perfect. Valve closed. And that's it. Some people use impacts, but I don't. 0. Half a turn. Next one. There we go. Five,
And this is 7.
7. We're ready to go.
Okay.
We're ready to go. Okay, let's get it started. See what we get.
Nick brings the big Pontiac back up to temperature, and with a thumbs up from Constantino, gets ready to take it to the red line. After the second pull with the new rockers, there are a few drops of oil burning off on the headers. Val can see the edge of the gasket is out of position and assumes that it moved when he was replacing the valve cover earlier.
The gasket moved. The gasket moved when I was tightening it. I didn't even notice it.
He tucks the gasket back in and retightens the cover in place. Now, if you noticed the title of this video, you can probably guess what happens next.
make any sense. Hold on.
It got blown out.
It's okay, $4.99.
How much we got there?
$4.99.
$4.99?
So with our loose valve cover gasket, we've got 499 HP. We need one more horsepower to hit the 500.
Let's loosen the other side.
No, wait, let's fix the valve cover gasket. We'll take it from there.
Well, that was exciting. Let's see it again. Now check this out. From the first sign of flame, it takes Nick all of 2.5 seconds to be up out of his chair into the other room and putting out the fire. He might be old school, but there's still plenty of speed left in this engine builder. In the end, there's no harm done. Not even a melted spark plug wire. And when they get that valve cover off, they find out what happened.
Okay, no problem. Not a problem. We got spares.
It got cracked, that's why.
Our gasket got torn apart while we made a test. So anyways, we just got an extra set of valve cover gaskets right here. I found a set in the shop, and we're gonna put them on and continue testing. No, we never had a fire in the dyno room, but this is the first time. I had a few more RPMs to go, so I just continued with the handle to pull up to the 5400 RPM. So I said, you know, if any oil is gonna come out, let it come out. If it is a fire, we'll put it out. And that's exactly what happened. So here we go. We got 499 horsepower. That's the best pull we've done with the leaky valve cover gasket with the fire at the end. Hey, why not?
Okay, my screw can do it. Could get me 500 horsepower.
How long till you get to drive it?
Okay, but
I don't know.
What now? The horsepower?
8 more years.
Takes more than a fire to stop a Panaritis. That's right, it's one hot engine. And it's gonna end up in a fire bird.
No more puns about fires. Let's make some power.
There you go, told you. 501, yes, 501. 501.5. Yes.
501.
That's
You got what
pretty
you
good.
wanted.
There we go. Print that.
The goal has been reached, and the customer is thrilled.
We did it!
But Nick's job isn't finished yet. He wants to finish the tune and get the timing set just right before he's ready to call this one done.
We beat our engines until we meet our goal. And if we can't, we'll just keep changing a few items here and there until we meet our goal, like we just did now. Customer was looking at 500. We got 501. He's telling me he's happy. We don't need to go any further. Valve cover gasket's repaired. We set the timing at 28. We got our 1.6 rockets on the intake. We got our 500 plus goal, and now we're gonna leave it as it is. And plus he's got a 580 torque
With my two carbs that I want.
with his two carbons that he wanted on his car.
Does it get any cooler than that?
That's another one from Nick's Garage, and until next time, you'll see some more.
If you have a moment, please swing by Nick's online store, where you can check out some of his merchandise. No fire suits available yet,